Why does Gen Z want to be ugly? Yes, yet another video by Mischa Petrov, who simultaneously appeared on my channel and collected hundreds and hundreds of views. Her streams, her reactions. I think her reaction became the second most viewed video on my channel ever. So obviously, I could not make videos about her. In any case, we're going to be diving into a topic that is related to St. Valentine's Day because we're doing it on February 14th, and it's going to be about beauty. Now, let's see what does she mean in this 8-minute video about Gen Z being wanting to be ugly, because let's agree the title sounds a bit weird, like nobody wants to be ugly, but probably she has something to say on it. So if I'm good, yes, you can see me perfectly. Let's start. Oh, itchy Sam Smith.
The patriarchy.
Hey guys, it's Misha and welcome back to my channel. So something I think we've all noticed by now is that there's a certain
Spot on that she put makeup like before starting a beauty video. Like it's not that I don't mind. She actually looks very nice here, very beautiful. But the fact is, I think if you compare to some other videos that apparently she does now, she wears way less. Like here, you can spot it immediately. Ah, I might sound like a hater now.
look to these woke social justice warriors, certain clothing and hair and makeup. And there's a reason that we have this stereotype of a blue hair feminist, because a lot of them do look like that.
This is what the patriarchy looks like. Men, women.
And today
True. Absolutely agree with her. If we talk about patriarchy, yes, men, well, not like say like this, but like this, women probably. Not even like this. I would say like this, because the man is like covering, he's like protecting from everything that's falling down. So I think this would be a better description. But they still have to go together.
I want to explore why that may be, because in the beginning I thought, these people just want attention, they want to look unique, or they might be looking for a fight even, which happens a lot. And that is
Never understood this yelling. If someone could explain, I mean, it's not only the feminist protests, it's a lot of the protests that aren't even related to that topic. Everyone just starts yelling at each other. Like, I think that's why humans invented languages.
is definitely part of it, but I think there's something else going on, and I've heard a lot of young women in Gen Z especially talk about this, and that is the attempt to move away from the male gaze, which in feminist theory is when males tend to objectify women, and so it's oppressive. So these women want
I really don't know what the word gaze means, so I'm quickly going to Google it. Oh, come on, give me the English terminology. I'm too lazy to read it in French now. Gaze, regard. Okay, look, apparently. It's a nice synonym to know for the future.
to move away from that and change their style so that it's not what men typically find attractive.
Ladies, I'm going to show you exactly how to repel men with makeup.
If you're looking for outfits to repel men, you've stumbled on the right video. We're going to start off with a pair of black trousers with quite a low crotch area. This is just to let them know that we do in fact have bigger balls than they do. I hope you repel many men today.
Why? Okay, attention. Got it.
But I do find this funny because the point that they're trying to make is that we should dress for ourselves, right? Wear what you like, wear what makes you comfortable, what makes you happy, and not think about men. Yet the focus here is on men. There are women, of course, who will wear, 6-inch heels that they're not comfortable in, they don't really want to wear, but they're doing it for men, right? To appease the male gaze, or they do something specific with their hair or makeup or whatever, not for themselves, but for men. In this case,
I'm gonna shock you, but everyone dresses in order for someone else to find them nicely dressed. Because trust me, if a lot of people didn't care, which apparently there is a percentage, but if most of people didn't care, all these fashion brands wouldn't sell as much clothes as they do in reality. if you think about it. All these Hugo Bosses, Tommy Hilfigers, etc., etc. The reason they are able to sell is because people want to capture other people's attention with the clothing they are picking up. So yeah, I never believed in the concept of dressing for yourself. Even like now, the only reason I put this sweatshirt is because I was criticized by me wearing a simple t-shirt, and I really didn't want to scare other people away, so I put on like I think it's a decent hoodie. So again, there's no such thing as dressing for yourself.
Case you have girls and young women, getting body modifications or tattoos or piercings or doing
Facial tattoos are simply the ugliest. I remember when I was young in school, and the teachers used to laugh at the students, telling them, "Oh, you should probably draw it on your forehead." Apparently, someone didn't get the joke.
something specific with their hair tends to be dyeing it pink or blue or purple, or shaving it all off, just because that's what they're told will repel men. You're doing your part as a modern day feminist. So they're still failing to dress for themselves, and the focus is still on men. They're worrying about whether or not some man will like it.
I think it's a huge W for feminism. Sorry, for Gen Z. We're talking about Gen Z. That's actually my generation, so big W. Perplexed and without weak mortal men who say shit like "don't cut your hair short, men don't like that." I mean, girl, do whatever you want. Just don't ask where all the men later on. Like, I have no problem with anyone doing anything they want with their body. I have a problem when people are trying to make me accept it. They are telling me I'm supposed to like it. That's where I have a problem, when someone's trying to interfere with my opinion. On the other hand, if you don't care what I say, well, I won't care what you do. Trust me, you can even put the trash bag on your head. Like, if you really want it, go for it. I don't think it's banned by law. It's just that I'm not going to spot you on. And if, for example, your goal will be to get spot on, then please think what you do with your head. But all the other cases, I don't care.
They are opting for more of an androgynous look. And there is, of course, the body hair movement, which, listen, I don't think it's a big deal. If you don't want to shave, don't shave. If you want to shave, shave. But they think that it's brave and empowering to show off their body hair, their armpits or their legs, and they'll post it anywhere but on their head, of course.
Call it a little quirk, if you will.
Oh, yeah,
I have hair in my armpit. I have it there for a few reasons. 1, lazy. 2, the patriarchy. And
okay, lazy fuck. I mean, I never got this argument about the patriarchy, but
3, your response to them tells me everything I need to know.
And then they get applauded.
again, let's imagine that nobody cares about it. I can tell you honestly my opinion, and this is true. Nobody cares about your armpits. Now we're coming back. Imagine you're trying to attract someone. You're trying to get spot on as a beautiful woman. And that is exactly what he's gonna think about you when he sees this. He's gonna think lazy, which is a bad argument. I mean, I never got the argument about effing the patriarchy, but he's going to assume that it's going towards male hateness. And what was the third argument? Oh yeah, your opinion of it tells you everything you need to know. Well, yeah, same for me. You're a lazy woman who doesn't want to take care about your body and probably hates men. Duh, bye bye. And if this is your goal, you're doing an excellent job. Again, the problems are always about. The thing is, people never think about the prospective future, especially these who are brave in the moment. And it's sad that eventually there is going to come a time in their life where they are going to regret this. Well, if they won't, well, I am genuinely happy for them. Like, imagine not regretting stuff like this. I mean, then your life is supposed to go great.
For it. They even expect likes and comments from all these other girls, saying that they are stunning and brave for having body hair, for not shaving. But then they also get really upset when
Again, they expect comments from someone else. Like they're trying to switch other people's opinions, and this is where it's bad. This is where the facts, like even with the girl that was talking before, who said that she's lazy, she doesn't care. Okay, that's all her. But if she's gonna try to convince someone else that they should think it's brave, that they should think that is amazing, here's where the conflict of situation is created.
men don't want to date them because they may have a preference, but if they have that preference, then that's misogynistic, of course. Which is silly. Women have preferences too. Some women don't like men with beards, for example. That's fine. But when men have preferences with body hair or facial hair, whatever, that's a problem. But again, I don't think there's anything wrong with these women saying that they don't shave, because a lot of women are expected to shave like every single inch of their body. I'm just not convinced that a majority of these women are doing it for themselves, because it's not considered stereotypically feminine, right? And same with the trend of being heavily tattooed or a lot of piercings, having no hair or colored hair, doing anything to go against the beauty standards. Now, of course, these trends are always changing, and I do believe that freedom of expression is important, but I do have 2 points that I want to discuss. And the first one is when these people from Gen Z, they'll post this and they'll say, well, this is so unfair that I can't find work, right? This is my style and I should be able to find a job, but it's really difficult. But there are things.
There's I have an amazing solution for all these, so to say, people who can't find a job. Like, start your own business. Genuinely, just go out there and start your own business, and you can wear whatever you want. Whatever, you can even walk. I mean, I'm not sure if it's allowed by law to walk naked around your office, but in general, you can put a swimsuit, you can have everyone unshaved. You're the boss. This is like the problem. Again, we're coming back to the topic of accepting by someone else. It is okay if you do it to yourself. It is okay if you live this way, but don't expect that everyone around you is going to accept this. And a job is a very clear example. Like, there are certain jobs where you need to wear certain clothes, for example, suits. And if you go out there and say, no, I'm not going to wear a suit, well, then you're not getting a job. And it's not you who decides if you get it or not. So either comply to the rules or you don't play the game.
Things that are expected of you at the workplace, and one of those things is being dressed appropriately for both men and women, whether that's wearing a suit and a tie or a clean dress shirt. Instead, they want to look like a teen going through some emo phase, and then they're confused why employers won't hire them. You have to be professional, otherwise the workplace would look like a circus. And the other point is that
To be fair, she didn't show any TikTok, and now that I thought about it, I've never ran into TikToks like this. Maybe she was just scrolling. Maybe it's actually her opinion. But again, if there are those who can't get a job because of their looks, I'm telling you, starting an own business works amazing. I think this is actually why a lot of them go on TikTok. This is like some way to be an independent worker earning money, probably.
this style is unlike the, let's say, goth or emo teens expressing themselves, because this style has a lot of connection to specifically gender ideology.
Here's a non-binary fashion tip that is not going to
Why are you having a mustache?
be for everyone. Get down with dressing weird.
Pro tip for trans women: get a f***ing face tattoo, because this shit cured my f***ing dysphoria. When I
Who are these people? Works for not, probably they're really non-binary, because I can understand. Is this a dude or is this a girl? Although actually no, it's not a dude and it's not a girl. It's a freak. It's really like, I mean, okay, I can accept that non-binary people do exist, because I cannot define this. Unless I see some documents or their biology, I cannot define who are these people. Okay, on the left, probably it's a man, but who is this on the right? Why did you sign Gen Z? This man on the right looks like he's probably 30 at least.
I look this cool, bro.
You betcha.
Are you with Embo?
Yeah, this is a girl. This is a girl.
So someone will post this style and get a bunch of comments saying, you look great, I love how you look non-binary, right? You have that look to you. And then they start out, as a tomboy or feminine man. You check back a few months later and they're getting top surgery, irreversible surgery, because they get all these comments saying you look amazing, and then they get pushed into that direction of getting surgery.
I definitely felt the same way.
No,
Often convinced by these comments that if
I don't want to see this. It's 12 and it's midnight. I need to go to bed after this stream. I don't want to have nightmares again. I have had enough from a couple of other previous streams.
they like to dress this way, they are non-binary. And then especially the young teenage girls will go get top surgery, and then they'll get applauded for that. Now, back to the whole male gaze, there are actually women who are now calling men predators if they want to date a woman from a different country.
Why do you think so many men are traveling overseas?
Hey, W, it's complicated.
To find wives in other countries.
In other cultures, a lot of women are more submissive.
Yeah, they're pervy.
Men are traveling overseas to countries that have less money and less education. It's because they want a woman who is dependent on.
Yes, we're aware.
I mean, I always believe that you need to listen to the whole conversation to make a judgment. So, I mean, we had this complicated video in our plan, so probably we're going to check it out. We're going actually pretty fast on this plan.
Why you guys go and get foreign girls?
Yeah, to be fair, Eastern Europe, nothing can beat Eastern Europe.
Because you can't handle women. That's why.
And this whole thing is so offensive.
Yes, he can't take you. He can't handle you. And that's his choice. And you're supposed to respect it because his body, his wife, his choice. She's 100% right. I wouldn't be able to handle you. And I handle 99% of the population around the world. So that is why he's going to find someone who he's able to handle. You can call it weak, but that's sexist. Or is it now racist? Or is it misogynistic? I don't know. Tell me the correct definitions.
And ignorant, because basically what they're saying is that if a woman is not from the US and she's not woke, then she is uneducated, she doesn't have opinions of her own, and she can't be outspoken, and that's why men go for her. So the Western women think they are superior because they are empowered and awake, right? It's the women from other countries who are educated and can be just as outspoken and have opinions.
Talking about education, like, I'm not even going to jump into women rights and talk about how women started voting in Eastern countries, or I mean Eastern European countries, so to say, earlier than in the Western countries. I'm not going even to go into this, but what I am going to say is that if someone really believes, again, I know that I can't talk for every country, but I'm absolutely sure I can talk for Eastern Europe. Most women there are highly educated and even more educated than the Western side, because they have to somehow be there on the same level as Western women, yet not get too far from the Eastern side. So they like get all the best from all the sides. And that's, I think, one of the beauties of them.
And actually can still look normal, which a lot of people here
That's a W for the Eastern side.
in the US seem to struggle with. So can you blame men if they choose to try and find a woman from a different country? The thing is that this style doesn't just repel men, it also repels women, because we don't want to be friends with someone that looks like this, because these people look like they'll start World War III if they get misgendered. Demi Lovato.
This is I'm sorry, this is actually very good. They will start World War III if they get misgendered. This is an excellent answer.
Votto, for example, or Sam Smith and their whole transformation, and they have this ugly style on the outside, but they are often ugly on the inside as well, much like all woke individuals who are narcissistic and miserable.
Why don't you explain to me why what I'm doing is wrong?
Back to the yelling. I never got it. I mean, even it's not even a new thing. I think 10 years ago, I believe 10 years ago, I saw the same clip. No, not clip, but quote. You know, that screaming is usually a sign of insecurity and afraidness. That actually, when you speak calm, if you speak calm and you can get your point, that's the highest value. And those who need to raise their voice, they usually cannot explain their opinion in normal words.
A while ago, we had this beauty pageant, was born male and won. Maybe they have an amazing personality. Maybe they're really funny and an awesome person. But this is a beauty pageant. We are lying to ourselves and to other people. All throughout history, we can recognize real beauty. If someone from the past or someone from the future came to this phase and this trend of the social justice warriors looking like this, I seriously doubt that most of them will agree, yes, this is beautiful. And I know that they do this to try and express their inner.
Again, I will interrupt her. There are so many weird stuff that women used to do in the past. For example, you know, these women that had like very thin sides, and it was considered super attractive, and actually it provoked a lot of sicknesses. So I would debate with her on this subject, because the idea of beauty, it also shifts. But on the other hand, I don't think it really will shift that much, at least the next 100 years. So at least until this generation, even this Gen Z is still alive. I don't think that we're even that close to this beauty shift.
Or turmoil or what they're feeling inside, but this says nothing about who you are. It's just a distraction. The only thing that this tells me is to try and keep magnets away from your face, or that I have to walk on eggshells around you because you might have a temper tantrum about your gender identity. So again, I think it's a great thing for men and women to be able to express themselves through fashion, but this feels like they're just trying to be unique, while at the same time looking like copies of each other. Just copy and paste this one non-binary woke Gen Z person, and then you'll have this army of them on TikTok. And that's all for today's video, guys. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, like the video if you enjoyed.
Conclusion of the reaction. Don't let anyone convince you what you think is beautiful. And if you're willing to fight for that, don't get into a physical confrontation, but know your standards. That's the conclusion of this reaction. So this was zynovii7 reacted to a Mischa Petrov video. I think that you might see it actually very soon after the stream. So I don't think that a lot of my plans changed. That we're going to be dropping reactions from other streams on the YouTube channel, and probably planning something for March for this YouTube channel, but I'm not sure yet. In any case, this was zynovii7 yet again. Thank you for watching. For those who are watching this in recording, I will see you in my next reaction. For those of you on this stream, we're going to the next videos. In any case, see you soon.